I believe this has been a very important season for several reasons. First of all, we have a very large formation on the 777th, a formation that was observed almost at the same moment that was being produced by 3 different witnesses. And they were able to prove this with video. For the first time, we know that there was nobody in the field, nobody used some light or left some traces that this was done by humans. I think it's a very important event because now we can prove that these formations appear in a very short period of time.
My name's Gary King. I've been a crop circle researcher for 10 years now. I got involved in 1997. My girlfriend and I, Paula, went up to the top of Knapp Hill to begin a night vigil overlooking Eastfield. When we arrived there, which it was about 1:30 a.m., we met up with a cameraman who had a set of cameras with him on top of the hill, and he also had 2 cameras parked down on top of his vehicle. When we arrived there, wind scanned the field, across Eastfield, across the Drovers Road and the Field of Rape, and we could see that there were no formations in the time. That was at 1:35 a.m. He'd been continuously running tapes. These tapes that were on the cameras that were on his vehicles were hooked up to a bank of video recorders, 4-hour tapes. They were running off a battery main supply, which provided the mains inversion, so they ran all night. Apart from about a minute's tape change halfway through the evening, we've got sort of 16 hours of footage of the whole field all night. And then at about it turned out it was 3:13 when we checked back over the video footage, there was an almighty white flash of light, completely encompassed the whole sky. They couldn't see any point of origin of the light at all. We had a little chat about what it might be. It looked like sheet lightning, you know, the kind of effect you get with sheet lightning, sort of dull white light. But it wasn't a stormy evening, so it had been the only flash all evening. That reminded Wynne that it was about time he had to go down and change the tapes in the car, so he went down to his vehicle, changed the tapes over and came back up. We sat there for about another 20 minutes, and then just as some of the cloud cover was clearing and just a very dim amount of light was coming in from the east, we began to see an almost imperceptible shadow overlaying the field. So we questioned this and asked Wynne to stand up and look through the Sony VX2100. And through the lens of the camera, with the light sensitivity that's capable of, we could clearly see the 1,033-foot formation that was in the field, 7. So that was now 25 minutes after the flash. When we checked back on the video footage that was in the car, we found that the flash was at 3:13, and 20 minutes after that, at 3:20, you can clearly see the formation. So we've got 7 minutes after the flash. The formation is on the videotape, which is 7777.
Also, it's a very important season because we have seen many geometry related to religions. We know different formations where you can see what is considered divine formations. And in the last month, especially in August, we have seen different formations where the number 9, which is related to God, is present in every single place in that formation. I mean, if you look at them and you look at the numbers, the number 9 is always present. I don't know what this means, but it has to be something, because if this is not produced by humans, and it's produced by an intelligence, they are trying to tell us on something using that number. Well, we found a specific date in a crop formation, August the 9th, 2005. We found the date, which is the 20th of May, 2012, related to an annular solar eclipse, and related to the alineation of the Pleiades, the Sun, and the Earth, and in this case, even with the Moon. It was a Mayan formation. This formation was analyzed by experts in Mexico, and these experts said that this date was very clear. They also found another date, which was 16 days after the eclipse, and this is the 6th of June, 2012. And this date is related to the transit of Venus through the Sun. Both astronomical dates are very important for the Mayan. The pyramid of Chichen Itza was built to honor the alineation of the Pleiades, which is the serpent, the Sun, and the Earth. And that is why this was a very sacred date. It's amazing that we now know that it's going to occur on 2012, and it's going to be related to an annular eclipse. 20th of May 2012 is an astronomical marker. We have to remember, July 11, 1991, we have a total solar eclipse in Mexico, most of the country, and we have many sightings. Accidentally, many people recorded that sightings with video cameras. That's when everything started in Mexico. That was an astronomical date, an astronomical marker. And this is the same. These intelligences don't use our calendars. They use the position of the planets. Then they are using this alineation, they are using an eclipse to tell us or to mark something special. I don't think they are marking a catastrophe. I don't think it's going to be the destruction of the world. I don't think they are saying anything special, but something that they are going to do. Probably communication, probably a big demonstration, probably something as it happened in Mexico in July 11, 1991, but now it's going to happen around the world. Probably they are announcing 16 days of sightings around the world or something. I don't know. I cannot tell you. I am a journalist. I am not a prophet. I am not a crazy man. I try to be, walking on the ground. And I don't know, but what I'm telling you is there. And this was analyzed by experts, and it's real. Then we have to consider that because it's not coincidental. Something else. In August 15, 2006, we have a formation, Lamat, a big cross. That cross is the sixth symbol of the Sol King. What is the importance of this? If we analyze the Dresden Codex, which is in Germany, by the way, the first day of the 5,125 years cycle, the first day is a Lamat day. The last day is a Lamat day. And by coincidence, May 19th is a Lamat day. It means that it's the end of an era. It means it's the beginning of the new era.